Damn.
Alright guys, before we begin this week's video, I just want to say shout out to Supreme King 100. We sent a few messages back and forth and he seems like a really nice guy. He's trying to get his first duo win, so if you guys need a duo partner or someone to squad up with, make sure to add him on PS4. Also, I just want to apologize for the delay. I've had a really busy week and I planned the video for you guys, but I just didn't have the time to record it and put it together. Anyways, for this week's video, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks to get better at Fortnite. A quick disclaimer before I begin is, I know I'm not that good at Fortnite and I still have a lot to learn, but I do notice what I could have done better in order to get that victory royale. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, because some of you probably make the same mistakes, or some of you just want to get better. So first off the list is you have to be good at battling. It's the whole point of the game. If you were just bush camping or hiding in corners until the storm moves you, you're just wasting your own time. For those of you who are not good at battles, you can get better by landing in more populated areas like Salty and Retail so you can practice coming across more people. Doing this will help you work on your accuracy, awareness, and it teaches you to be better with weapons you might not use as much. It also teaches you to loot quickly, which is a very important skill. You can also practice your aim in using different weapons in Spawn Island. This is actually a great thing newcomers can use, especially because Epic Games added more guns into Spawn Island in the recent update. Now, some tips and tricks to help you in battles and give you a small advantage is to crouch and shoot. This kind of depends on the situation, but if you are sneaking up on someone and you have time, it is better for you to crouch, stay still, and shoot. This will allow you to have a smaller crosshair, getting better accuracy to take the person out quickly. If the person starts to fire back, make sure to move side to side or do something to make you harder to hit, for example, building. Building makes a huge difference in a battle. There are multiple times where I've melted people because I was in a base hard to hit and they were standing in the open trying to hit me. Building is also very important in endgame, but I'll talk about that later. So now that I have gone over simple battles, the next important thing is the beginning of the game. You need to land in a decent area where you can get good loot, and if you're doing squads or duos, try and think about a bigger place that has enough loot for all of you, not just a broken down house in the middle of nowhere. Also, when going to these areas, you need to angle the dives better, and by this I mean dropping a bit early from the bus, aiming for low points on the map like the river or dirt roads, just not above trees and mountains because you will end up too high and someone will land there before you, get a gun, and kill you. A good tip that I suggest is when landing in places like Salty Springs and Pleasant Parks, make sure to land on the roof, but don't go for the chest, because if someone else landed at your house and they get all the loot downstairs while you open up the chest and get something like a sniper or a revolver, you're basically screwed. Instead, land on the roof and drop down to the floor and make sure to get all the loot in the house as quickly as possible. And when looting the house, try and get shotguns or SMGs first, because those are really good for close range battles. Another tip when in a situation like these, try and pick up all the weapons, so if someone else comes in and they don't have a weapon, you can easily kill them. And if you have time after getting a kill, feel free to organize your inventory in an order that is convenient for you. For example, I like having my assault rifle first, my pump shotgun second, and attack shotgun or attack SMG third, so that way when I hit them with the pump in a close range battle, I can quickly switch to the other one just to get the final shot off. Also, if you hear shots and you have good health, go towards them because the people fighting will not be worried about you. They will be focused on killing the guy in front of them. This is good because if you are lucky, they can both be on low health and you get 2 easy kills and a lot of loot. Another tip is to be aggressive at the beginning, because you don't want to let the guy who landed near you get fully shielded and have good weapons when you battle him. So try and just pick up a shotgun or a close range weapon and push him early on before he gets that good loot. Now hopefully, after you finish looting and clear the area, your inventory should have a mid-range weapon like an AR, a close range weapon like a shotgun or attack SMG, explosives or a sniper, bandages or medkits or a chug jug, and shields, preferably mini shields because they can be put on a lot faster than the big shields. And you can carry 10, whereas the big shields you can only carry 2. Now for endgame, this is what I think is the hardest part of the game because it involves a lot of luck, but there are still some tips to help you do better. Like I mentioned before, building is super important because it gives you the high ground and the advantage in battle. And when you're in a small circle like this, you will come across more people who have better weapons and will be able to do some damage. So building is very important. So when you get in the circle, try and build a base or a tower because this will help you in battle. This next tip is probably the most important tip, but sometimes you will be in an unfortunate situation because this is where the luck comes in. When you're in a small circle, like 5 to 6 guys left, you want to try and get in the middle of zone and build a tower. Now it doesn't have to be directly in the middle, but you also don't want to be near the edge, because the numbers are going to drop and the other people will be shooting at you when you push to zone. Now I say don't put it near the edge of the zone because the storm will most likely not be on you, and if you have to move into zone and there are 3 people left, odds are you're going to get shot at on your way towards the zone. And probably killed because they're sitting in a tower and you're not. Now if there's no one in a big tower in the middle of the zone or in the next zone, try and be the first one there, because my few solo wins I have gotten, all of them were because I moved into zone first and could easily kill the others while they moved into zone after. Hopefully these tips and tricks help you guys to get better at the game and maybe help you win more victory royales. Now I can't guarantee you a win in the first game, but it'll eventually come.